The Profit Experts. Retail Profit Protection. Simple steps to make it possible. Let's get one thing clear at the onset: retail profit protection is not a myth and is very achievable. In fact, the results are quite tangible and retailers can monitor them closely. Shrinkage doesn't have to affect every retail business and ail it from the inside. Retail losses due to shrinkage can be prevented once retailers make sure they have the right strategies in place to conquer it. But for that to happen, retailers need to get rid of the defeatist attitude first and believe that they can protect profits in their business and eliminate shrinkage even in today's volatile market. Admittedly, many retailers have tried to fight shrinkage in ways they couldn't have failed miserably. Huge amount of money has been spent by the retail industry to counter shrinkage in recent years, but the nuisance has grown. Shoplifting isn't the only cause of shrinkage, but it has now taken form of organized crime, making things harder for retailers. The changing and evolving face of shrinkage has to be tackled at its root, only then can retailers start thinking about retail profit protection. Their haphazard methods that are hardly based in true facts are not going to bring desired results. Retailers who haven't thrown in the towel yet and think they can overcome retail losses to improve a company's profitability can benefit from profit protection consulting provided by experts in the industry. These loss prevention professionals have the experience of tackling shrinkage and improving profits after having worked with many retail outfits. Their experience is absolutely crucial in understanding how these retail losses affect one's business and then implementing effective strategies that will give phenomenal results. No one can guarantee dramatic turnarounds overnight, but results will come with sustained effort. Retailers who cannot afford hiring loss prevention professionals, although they charge reasonable fees for the benefits they bring, can also consider simple steps that will efficiently counter shrinkage and lead them towards their goal of retail profit protection. The first step obviously has to be investing in detailed study about how shrinkage affects their business. It's this basic understanding that will go a long way in helping retailers counter the threat of shrinkage. Once that's highlighted, retailers need to try and get to the basic cause of shrinkage in their organization. If it happens to be employee error, there's no point investing in measures to tackle customer theft, is there? Tackling shrinkage as one major issue and aiming for retail profit protection might not be a sound ploy. Instead, chopping down shrinkage problem into smaller manageable tasks is a wiser alternative. Retailers need to pinpoint high potential areas of improvement and focus on them to bring better results. Retail profit protection exercise cannot be carried out by the management alone. Employees need to be brought on board to handle the issue effectively. Giving them adequate and appropriate training will not only build confident employees but will also show consistent results in fighting shrinkage. One major advantage of these retail profit protection strategies is that results are tangible and can be monitored. In fact, they should be monitored so that retailers know that they are on the right track and keep on with their efforts. These strategies have to be incorporated into the daily routine of a retail business and followed up on. Otherwise, all the good work might be undone and retailers could have to start all over again. Conducting frequent reviews is a good way of keeping tabs on the progress and ensuring that profit protection is a distinct possibility in the retail business. Retail loss prevention. Effective store design is the key. Today, many retailers have understood the importance of loss prevention in the retail industry the hard way. Not many outsiders realize that the seemingly glamorous retail industry has profit margins of about 1-2%. And since sales have dropped all over the world, retailers have had to cut costs to maintain their business profitability. Reducing shrinkage gives retailers a fantastic opportunity to reduce their expenditure, making retail loss prevention absolutely crucial to businesses today. While many retailers have spent millions on various retail loss prevention strategies, results have been less than satisfactory. But that's largely because these retailers have been going about these strategies without understanding the core issue that ails their business. Sometimes an effective solution could be as simple and manageable as the retail store design, which can tackle the nuisance of shrinkage in the retail industry. Various studies have shown that customer-related and employee theft accounts for about 78% of shrinkage in the retail industry. Such acts of thefts are often opportunistic crimes, and when retailers take away the opportunity, it naturally reduces the possibility of theft from happening in their store. It's this simple principle that should be followed when retailers design their stores to ensure maximum security for their products and valuables. Hiring security personnel can be an expensive affair, and return on investment is known to be less than satisfactory. Moreover, it's important to remember that it's just not possible to man each and every corner in the store. But taking away the opportunity from shoplifter and employees alike is distinctly possible, and it can make a business owner's dream of retail profit improvement a reality. Some of the simple measures in store design that can reduce shrinkage and lead to profit improvement are: a neat and tidy warehouse, which is a sign of an alert management and gives out the signal that theft will not be tolerated in the store. Secure display cabinets are a must for stores that stock high-value items, especially ones that are small in size and that can be hidden easily. When retailers leave high-value items unsecure, they are only facilitating acts of thefts. Retailers need to pay attention to the design of checkout tills, which should be able to provide easy access to employees and customers. Use of special reporting technologies can detract employees from stealing. The importance of regulated key control cannot be overlooked. Only the store manager or the person in charge of the store should have access to the keys for cabinets that display expensive items and money vaults. The location of staff changing rooms and toilets has to be considered when retailers design their stores for maximum security. Such facilities being in close proximity to warehouses can only lead to acts of employee thefts. Special attention needs to be paid to the entrance and exit points in a store. It's advisable to have tills a fair distance away from the exit point. Blind spots in many stores can encourage theft occurrences. Use of mirrors is a sound ploy to reduce these blind spots and is an effective shoplifting prevention tool. It's proven that EA's tagging systems reduce acts of shoplifting because shoplifters don't like to be identified when the alarm goes off. Maintaining adequate lighting in a store is one of the most cost-effective ways of preventing shrinkage through shoplifting. Retailers need to make the most of technology available to them. The role of CCTV cameras in reducing acts of employee and customer theft cannot be overemphasized. Retail loss prevention is an achievable goal for business owners. Sometimes simple but effective measures like store design can go a long way in helping retailers achieve that goal. Retail profit increase through effective profit protection strategy. In order to increase sales, a retailer has to carry out additional promotions, advertise, improve customer service, or offer a huge discount. Even though these measures are not guaranteed to increase sales, with their implementation there is a chance that sales could be increased. The retailer has no control over the amount of customers he can attract to his store. However, decreasing expenditure is something within the control of every retailer with the use of effective profit protection strategies. Decreasing expenditure in retail has always been associated with making some employees redundant, but are antiquated techniques that have no place in the modern retail environment. The key element that guarantees a healthy return on investment, or increased profit, is increasing sales and decreasing shrinkage through effective retail profit protection measures. The average retailer makes a 1% net profit out of each dollar, and the industry shrinkage percentage is 2.6%. This means that shrinkage is almost 3 times the average retailer's profit margin. Therefore, if we take the above calculation, we will see that if retailers implement an effective profit protection measure, they can reduce their shrinkage by 50%. From 2.6 cents to 1.3 cents, and easily more than double their profits, from 1 cent to 2.3 cents. Consequently, instead of retailers following the conventional practices of decreasing expenditure by staff cutting, an implication of the above calculation is that retailers have the opportunity to increase their profit margin through the implementation of effective profit protection strategies. The question of how to implement an effective profit protection strategy has formed the core of retail loss prevention discussions in many quarters, with expert after expert coming up with their own suggestions of how retail profit can be protected. While many of these suggestions may make for a great soundbite, they have still not been able to effectively protect retail profit. The shrinkage rate from 2005 to 2010 in North America remained stable, 1.48% to 1.49%. In Europe it stayed at 1.23% from 2006 to 1.33% in 2009. However, within the same period, profit protection spending continued to rise to the highest rank of 0.46% in the United States. Despite the increase in profit protection spending each year for the past 10 years, retail profit either plateaued or increased by just a few percentage points, which does not correlate with the amount spent on profit protection. Why is that the case? To answer this question, I will relay a story. On Monday the 6th of December 2010, I visited the Trafford Centre in Manchester, UK. On my way out, I noticed that the electronic article surveillance gates at John Lewis were located outside of the store, and there were no staff members around monitoring the gates. The first issue here is that even if the gates sounded, there were no staff members around to speak to the person concerned. Secondly, the fact that the gate was located outside of the store instead of inside rendered it useless. This is a classic example of the misuse of technology and the wrong application of loss prevention strategy. To place an ears outside the store defeats the objective for which it was installed. The above example clearly illustrates why, despite increased spending on retail profit protection, retail shrinkage levels have remained the same. The application of profit protection strategies over the years has been completely incorrect. In most cases, profit protection agencies focus on a single variable, believing that the removal of that variable would result in an effective retail profit protection. Retail profit loss results from a multiplicity of sources, therefore an attempt to prevent it requires different approaches. The most effective way of protection retail profit is to institutionalize the concept of retail profit protection and solicit the cooperation of all employees. Thank you for watching. Join us at http://www.theprofitexperts.co.uk.